A new home renovation and design series is betting big to prove the American dream is alive and well. Betting on Beloit premieres tomorrow, Saturday on A&E, and I'm thrilled to welcome the star of this new show, the real estate agent with the eye for design, Konya Hendricks Schuh. So good to see you.
You too. Thank you for having me. Thank you
Okay,
for those nice words.
I love the show. I love that you're a real estate agent because you know real estate, which means you've seen a lot of houses. So you know what you're doing. But what I love too is the family connection to Beloit. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about your history with this amazing town in Wisconsin?
Yes. So our family has a lot of history in Beloit. My parents started their businesses when they were, young entrepreneurs. When I was a little girl, they started ABC Supply, which is our family's largest business here in Beloit. And Beloit, one of the banks in Beloit, gave them their first loan, and the city just really embraced them. So they've always just, it's always going to hold a very special place, and it's our community. So Beloit, at one point was a real manufacturing epicenter in our state. But it fell on hard times when the biggest employer pulled out in the year 2000. And ever since then, my family's just been diving in, my mom, at the lead, and just trying to, make Beloit better. And she's just done all kinds of things in the commercial realm. But now she's tasking me with this residential effort because that's, my history and my expertise.
Well, speaking of your mother, I love that she's in the show. And it kind of sets up the premise in that first episode about why she tasked you to do this. However,
Yes.
what is the stress like working with family? 'Cause you have a lot of family members on the show. You're all working together. And then, of course, wanting to impress your mom with this big task.
I mean, I love working with my mom. We're super close and our lives are very intertwined. So working with her is great, but she does hold me to a really high bar. And when she, says, I want you to make impact in this neighborhood and I really want to turn this around, I know she means it and she expects big things. So there is that pressure, but I would say that the deeper pressure is really the community's support because, there's a lot of eyes on us. These houses that we are doing, they have my name on them, which means, and my mom's name and our family name. So I just feel like we have to do them right. And we really, it's important to me to truly make them showpieces that my family and the community is proud of.
And you did mention I want to jump to the community impact because you are making a difference. What has the response been from the people of Beloit?
So far, so good. Very, at first I think, people were a little apprehensive because, we're Midwesterners and a lot of time people from the Midwest have a reputation for not loving change. And, we're coming in and we're trying to change things. We're trying to change things for the better. And to be honest, that's probably the biggest surprise is the community support that we've been given. The neighbors, that live right there in Beloit College Park, the neighborhood that we're starting with, they've just been awesome. And honestly, most of them have now become friends and they just feel like they're part of our bigger mission. So it's been
I
great.
love that you brought them in. Even the first two episodes that I've seen, you're bringing the people, the neighbors who've lived there 30, 40 years, who've been in that house, and you're really embracing the community and making them a part of the show, which I think is really respectful.
Yeah, and we try to, in the show, that's what we're trying to really change the narrative of Beloit for, the surrounding communities and really just America as a whole. We want people to see, all it has to offer. And that, so in the show, we also follow along, like, we try to, be the places that we are in our daily lives, our restaurants, our hotels, our coffee shops, in our downtown on Grand Avenue, which is like our main street, that's kind of where all the magic happens. So
Mhm.
I feel like Beloit is really, on display in this series. So
Okay,
that
one
is,
final question, because you are the real
yes.
estate expert and you've done that. What is the biggest challenge with selling a house versus then having to design the house? Because I love design and there's so many different design aesthetics and there's got to be challenging from just, finding the house and selling it and then designing the whole thing.
I have a great team. I'm surrounded, our project manager. I work with two of my best friends who are designers. We all work together through that process. There are always hiccups and challenges along the way because these are old, decrepit houses. So, every one that we touch, we find things that are surprising. Um, but in regard to the biggest challenge is really just these dollar figures because we don't do anything small, and as of now, we've lost money on all of our work. We feel like it's good work and it's kind of philanthropic, but we have lost money on every project. So we're trying to manage our budgets, throughout the series so we lose less. So this effort can just keep going. And then also just getting them sold, that's a challenge. We've sold 3 of the 5 so far.
Hmm.
But these are, we're buying houses in a neighborhood that, the comps only go so high. And then we're, making these houses fabulous, and it gets a
Yeah.
little bit tricky getting people to understand the value there.
And I
So I'd
appreciate
say
your
that's
honesty. I'm so glad you said that because I was watching going, I saw the comps, I saw what you're doing, but your design is beautiful. The houses are gorgeous. I love your family. I love the show. I thank you so much for your time. I'm wishing you the best of luck on this show because I want a season 2. And Betting on Beloit premieres tomorrow, Saturday, July 12th, with back-to-back episodes at 12 and 12:30 Central on A&E. Konya, it is a pleasure to meet you.
the same to you. Thank you so much.